Today is day 4 of a bootcamp series of bookwormPuppy64. Today what we're going to do is create a dot dash dash aliases file. And if we go to the file manager here and rocks Control H, first thing we should do is go ahead and modify bashrc file. So we'll just go ahead and what we need to do is we need to at the end of the dot dash bashrc, we need to add this line: source root and dot bash aliases file. So by putting it in dot bashrc is telling the dot bashrc that there is a aliases file that needs to be read. So we need to put that in first. And then it's a matter of creating the file. So touch, so we can go ahead and drag over this here and then copy, and then start the terminal, and then go ahead and paste. So we should see here, and then it's going to create the file. So here it is. What we need to do is copy the file from another PuppyLinux in my case, because that's one of the advantages, is just copy the aliases file from another distro or my own in my case BookwormPup64, and I can just overwrite it. And let me just go ahead and do that. So we can just go ahead and get into the save folder of BookwormPup. So it's a minus sign, and this is my BookwormPup where I have the aliases file, and then Control H, and here is the bash aliases file here, and we'll just go ahead and load that up. And I could just go ahead and copy all of it and then put it here. This bash aliases file has to with the appearance of the prompt. So right now it's a simple this mark here, but it's gonna be a little bit more fancy, and we'll also be able to tell instantly exactly which working directory is. So it has to with the prompt appearance here, and then in essence, just for our understanding, only thing that's important is down here. So on a terminal, if I type in LA, it's equivalent to ls space dash LAH pipes into less. And for PO, for example, it's going to be equivalent to power off. And here similarly is reboot, and so you can there's a whole a lot of information as how to create aliases files. That's going to be very helpful for the type of work that you're doing. So if I just open up alias, so if I just open up a terminal now and just X, right now it doesn't work. But after this gets saved and reloaded, if I just type in X, it'll just simply close the terminal. So similarly, PO will go ahead and power off the machine, and RB will reboot the machine. So we can just go ahead and, for simplicity's sake, for our understanding, we can just go ahead and just save it as it is. And then what we'll do is we have to load that up in the memory. xrdb merge dot x resources, and now you can tell that the prompt actually has changed, so it's actually working already. And then just type in x, and it gets it out. So that's the first part, is that we modify the .bashrc, and then we created the aliases file, and then you can go ahead and put in all the aliases that that may be very helpful for your terminal use. Emulator that I prefer, and it makes it easy to copy the configuration file from one small file called .xresources. And so in this, almost all the Linux distros and PuppyLinux will have xterm installed. However, Bookworm Pup64 does not. So if your PuppyLinux does not have xterm already installed, you have to use Puppy Package Manager. But in case of Bookworm, you have to install it through the terminal with the command of apt install xterm, or use the Synaptic Package Manager, but it's already installed in my case, so we'll go ahead and get out. And then the default setting when you have the Bookworm resources does not, it only has these 5 lines. So, but x resources from for xterm from my FOSSA Pup CE4 ISO is this. So all I need to do is just copy from save folder of FOSSA Pup, Control C, and then put it over here, and Control A just grabs everything, delete, and then Control V will simply overwrite, and then we can save it. Now it has several lines, but one particular line that I want to have you pay attention to is I also have used a geometry, because I want my xterm to open up in the bottom, the center, in the lower part of the screen. So I have 95 characters width, 20 characters depth, and then left upper quadrant of the terminal window is going to have a horizontal pixel of 205 and vertical pixel of 381. So for me, for my display, this works perfectly, but you may have to play around with this number to get it down as to where I'm gonna show you in a minute. So this is all saved, and we'll just go ahead and open up a terminal here. Let me just open up another one, and then right now what we need to do is we can, since the X resources file has been changed to what the xrdb merge X resources, what this will do is you'll reread the X resources again. So after you make any changes, you need to run this command. Then when we start xterm now, we can just simply type in xterm and then see what happens. It should open down here. So this is my preference of xterm terminal to start like this. So now the last thing that we want to do is go ahead and start the xterm with a super T in my case, and to be able to do that, you have to modify .jwmrc-personnel file, which is within the .jwm folder. So here, what we need to do is, right now super and T launches X terminal, but I want the xterm to launch. So we can go ahead and save it. Now what we need to do is JWM restart, because the JWMRC personnel file has changed. So we'll go ahead and do that. So now it read the new configuration file, and then what we can do is just test it with a super T, and then xterm opens right in the exactly where we expected. So I think that's it for today.